Take a look at these guys. Oh, you can jump up and get them. This young lady right back there, look at all that frostbite she has on her comb. One of the challenges to backyard chickens in the wintertime is comb frostbite. And what's really cool about birds, when they sleep, they will all pile up, tuck their heads and their combs underneath their wings, and they curl up in a ball. Super cute. You can see this girl here. She's got some of these light spots on her comb, and that is frostbite. So I'm just taking a look. Make sure it's not bleeding. Make sure it doesn't look infected. And their combs will shrink in the winter and grow back up the winter. All right. Oh, get in there. Chicken poop on my hands. Gross. I talked a little bit about the Chinese New Year party we had. Some moderately authentic Chinese food. Things that we got. Our friends, the Sioux, brought over this. It is a rice gelatin. Take rice, and you boil it until it basically becomes a gelatin. The fact that half of it was eaten was pretty impressive. It's like sweet rice. The chickens are probably going to love this here. Imagine if you took rice and you put it in your mouth and you chewed it for like 5 minutes and it just became a pudding. So it tastes like. It's not bad. Boop. Oh, it's so bouncy. Spring roll looking things. Curry shrimp. So here's the shrimp skins. They eat bugs. I don't know why they wouldn't eat this. Let's find out. Oh, yeah. An actual shrimp. They do like shrimp. Oh! Some chicken egg. We've got some dumplings. We have rice noodles, duck, tons of animal protein, lots of carbohydrates. I don't think there's any MSG, but this would be a good food for them. Whenever our friends come over for parties or the holidays or whenever, birthday parties, we have a chicken plate. And anything that's not eaten, we scrape onto the plate and give the birds. There we go, that's to get through. Typically when it's this nice outside, I like to let my birds out. But this morning, as I was sitting down drinking coffee, I noticed, not in my neighbor's yard, but the yard way over there, a coyote was in the backyard. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a gray dog. It looked like a coyote. So it's inside today. So they'll be inside this enclosed area here. Let's be honest, if a coyote wanted to get in, they could. You can see with my coop, I've got all this flagstone right here. The coop. This part of the run right here. It wouldn't take much to get in there. So I'm going to leave them in here today. I'm going to keep an eye on them. I bought a new slingshot, so if I see a coyote, that should be fun. More of my anti-wind anchors. I just dropped chicken poop on my foot. Gross. Have backyard chickens. You want to get chicken breeds that are good for your climate. Colorado will hit hundreds in the summer, 100 and dry, and in the winter we can get down to the negatives easily, -5, -9. None of that includes wind chill. When you go to buy your breeds, I would suggest thinking about, okay, what is my climate? What is my climate like average? Or what is my climate like throughout the year? Golden Comets. We have Plymouth. And we have Plymouth Barred Rocks, these black and white ones. Both are very similar to the Rhode Island Red. They've got a very hardy build. They're a little bit thicker birds. They've got heavier coats. They're not really delicate birds, and so they're birds that can handle cold temperatures. I was simply looking for birds that had super high egg production and were considered cold hardy. Golden Comets, Plymouth Barred Rocks, first time I've owned either of those breeds, and they seem to be doing very well for their first winter. Our last flock of birds were Easter Eggers and Rhode Island Reds, and these birds seem to act and look very similar to the Rhode Island Red, just from my personal experience. By no means am I an expert. So make sure when you get birds that are suited for your environment. Sweet, let's make sure it's not leaking. That would suck. Seven, 8 birds for almost a year. They'll be a year old in March. Only 2 other times have I gotten 8 eggs. So every bird today, in theory, I mean, one bird could have laid 2, unlikely, but every bird today laid an egg. Yes. I guess they like that Chinese food. The coop is sealed up nicely. Got their little back chicken run door sealed up. Everything's closed up. Again, we've had some coyotes in the neighborhood. Saw one today. So always make sure that before you go to bed tonight, your coop and your run are sealed up.